Hello again. Sorry it's been literal years since my last update. Well, my last video. I just have not been motivated, mainly due to school. But I'm gonna make a video today. This is a project I made that is pretty cool. There are barriers here, by the way. This is something that I made. It took about 5 hours, and these are the commands. All these, that's just a way to reset though. Basically, I sort of made a fill tool. It only works for water right now, but it's not incredibly hard to change that. I just want to run one command, and it fills everything. And it doesn't seep through corners or anything, which is pretty cool. You can see it hasn't seeped into here. Raise it up another layer, still doesn't seep in. It's pretty cool. And this can work on really big scales. That's just a smaller one. I have this much bigger pool. It's like 200 by 200, exactly. So technically the interior is 198 by 198, because I forgot to account for that, but whatever. So you just start it. Laggy for just a second, and then boom. Everything's filled up. Currently, it isn't infinite, though, so if you go to like one of these corners and do it, then whoop, stops. You see? It stopped pretty close. Anyways, though, you can see a lot better what's happening. If I go into spectator mode, there are invisible armor stands that just spread out and fill this whole area up. The cool thing about it, though, is that it's sort of smart. As in, you can't trap it, because it comes from one source and bends around objects. So you might think that you can just make a little pool and trap it. But no. If you do that, oops, wrong command. Anyways, though, instead, if you do that, it detects it's trapped and then breaks the blocks. So yeah, although it does get pretty laggy when it does that, and I honestly have no idea why. Like, I know that, well, I know why it's getting laggy, but I don't know how to stop it. You can see here when I do it, and then go invisible, the armor stands don't go out in a wave perfectly, they just do that. But I don't know why it does that. But it still works very well. And I think it's pretty cool. Over here, I have, in this smaller area, I have some examples of what it does. And if I just fill this up a bit, I have to be careful about the timing because of that circuit. Oh, yep. Or that happens. But basically, if I fill this up quite a bit, then you'll see I made a few structures here. I made a little house, I made this little pocket thing, and like a diving bell sort of thing. When you go up here, you can come in and see that the inside isn't flooded, because it's structurally sound from the inside, even if it has a lot of exposed corners outside. This filled up when it got 3 blocks tall, because this is only 2 blocks tall. But the diving bell didn't get filled up at all, because once you go in here, there's air. Because it couldn't penetrate through the walls. I think it's all pretty cool, but the coolest fact about it is that it's interchangeable. It's interchangeable, and so with just a bit of time, you can change this to fill into any block. Although it might be kinda buggy. Actually, no, it used to possibly be buggy. I kind of fixed that though. Basically, it used to be really weird, and for some reason, it would fill out in like a cone that way, not up or down, but just a flat cone that way, which made me think, okay, positive X, which is that direction, isn't working. but it also made this diagonal line there, and then water physics would just fill in all the rest. But not every block in the game has water physics. But now that it has that smooth wave, as you can see here, that is fixed. It has that perfectly smooth wave. So that's fixed now, and so you can change it to any block. You can make it fill with lava. You could make it fill with concrete. You could make it fill with, I don't know, anything. And that makes it pretty good for challenges because I made a rising lava and I made a rising lava thing a long time ago, and I played with it a bit, but when you made a base, you had to completely fill it up with blocks that weren't air. Like in here, I would have to get like signs and buttons and then fill up every space that isn't air. Well, every space that's air. Because how it work, it would fill any air blocks, but the game doesn't count these as air blocks. So you'd have to fill everything up. Not anymore. You can have air in here as long as there's not a massive hole in the wall. You can just have a perfectly well safe house. Or, like I showed earlier, it doesn't really have to have, it doesn't have to be too structurally sound if it sort of takes advantage of real life physics. Like this diving bell. It can't really get up here. Not because of air pressure, but because it just doesn't work like that. So you could make some pretty good bases. Like you could make a base with an entrance that dips down. Oh, and some. Well, you can make an entrance with something that dips down, like something like this. Oh, wow, that. Sorry, my brain just did not work there. I meant something like this, where you would have that entrance there. And so once the water got high enough, or you just put ladders here, you could climb up, and then as long as the rest of this is structurally sound, that'd be perfectly safe. There's a lot of base ideas you could do with this. And again, it can be any block. You can fill it with any block, so there's a lot of ideas you can do. I personally think the detected trap thing is pretty cool. I'm gonna it's dangerous to sort of like release it. So I'm gonna do this in here. I'm just gonna dig a small hole in the ground. Watch this. Well, bam. It detects it's a trap. It's trapped, and then ooh, that's laggy. Whoo. So yeah, that is deadly. Try not to trap it, or everything will be gone. That is scary. Anyways, though, that is how it works. Well, I haven't really shown you how it works, but that is what it looks like, how it operates. And again, you can make a lot of cool ideas with this. Although there's not a whole lot besides lava that I can think about. Who knows? You might be able to even implement it with mods, because mods in Minecraft do work pretty well with liquids and stuff. You could do some liquid and stuff. Molten metal, rising molten metal. I don't know. You can do a lot with it. Anyways, though, so that's this. It's a nice fill mechanic, and if I just flip how it works from horizontal to vertical, then it could do pretty good in a paint project that I have. It's basically like Microsoft Paint, but with a lot less features, but in Minecraft. Which I would say those balance them out, even though it has way less features, but whatever. So yeah, that's this. I don't know when I'll upload again. Probably not in a while. but who knows? Maybe I'll get motivated again. So yeah, see ya.